Alright, welcome back to Quantum Black Team Corvidae. This is Season 3, Episode 8, and when last we left off, two Quantum Black teams have found their way to Mexico City, into the jungles outside to a small village up in the mountains. Team Dragonfly, or rather, the reinforcements for Team Dragonfly have rendezvoused with Team Corvidae and found themselves at an airstrip being surrounded by zombies, which have been, for the most part, decimated in the near vicinity and have joined forces with the Don Ramos cartel drug leader in this area, and you're making your way back to the village where the remnants of Team Dragonfly are. Several cell phones buzz as we are in two vehicles kind of off-roading their way through the jungle. You have the pickup truck, the Technical, with the 50 caliber machine gun in the back. This is piloted by Don Ramos or driven by Christian and Don Ramos in the front, and then Abel in the back with Graves kind of sitting up against one of the wheel wells going through the bumpy trees. And then in the van behind, you've got Tori driving, Jess shotgun, and then Sarah Amber, Dr. Desdemona, Morthos, and Edward all in this van. And several of the phones of the party members, specifically the reinforcements for Dragonfly, kind of vibrate. Graves, Sarah, and Edward, you all check your phones and you get a text from Mission Control. And then Dr. Desdemona, you also get an alert on your phone. I've already sent out those messages, and so they all happen simultaneously. You kind of see what you've seen, and in the chat and the kind of off-screen roleplay group chat on the Discord, Amber leans over to Sarah to kind of see what's going on, and Sarah replies, "Looks like I'm reassigned to Team Corvidae for the time being." And this is where we kind of pick up. The vehicles, Edward, you and Amber are both kind of looking out the windows. You can see in the jungle, not even the distance, they're not too far away, but these shambling zombies are kind of like trying to make their way towards the noise of the trucks as they burst through the trees. But the thickets and ferns and jungle foliage is kind of keeping them back. Amber, you see like a torso of a zombie kind of climbing out into the pathway you've carved out in your vans, but nobody is close enough to be an issue. Christian from the pickup breaks through the trees onto the jungle road, which is more now like a dirt path, and kind of mounts onto it and turns up and follows the driveway, with Tori following shortly after. And you begin to make your way up this dirt road with dust kind of billowing up from behind. Tori kind of eases up a little bit of the distance so that the dust has a little chance to clear, kind of separates a little bit, but you can still see the pickup in the distance. Let's start up in the front pickup truck. Graves, you get the alert on your phone. You've kind of been watching this truck and like the armaments of the cartel guys, and what your general feelings for them. What do we see? What is Graves thinking? What do we do?
So Graves is sitting there. He's responded to the messages he's received. A quick, simple response and putting the phone down. And while they're driving up, he would kind of tap the back of the window of the pickup and would try to speak to Don Ramos if possible, in Spanish, asking him if there's anything else he can tell us about tell me about the surrounding areas that we don't already know, to aid all of us. And adding in, the quicker we deal with your problems, the quicker we can give you your share and get out of here.
The cartel leader kind of leans over through the back of the pickup truck. The window's open so you can talk to him. Mm-hmm. He tells you the village you're going to, it's been the site of the undead. I didn't look up the Spanish word for undead, but it's probably cool. But he says that the undead walk in this village more and more recently. It's in his territory, so he's taken it upon himself to destroy these vile creatures of undeath. The Mexico army doesn't do anything about it up here. They're too busy trying to hunt the likes of him. So this area has been overrun for the past several days. I had a crew up here. Your team from America, wherever you're from, we let them use our plane in exchange for their help to get rid of this, but they've failed. Perhaps you can help them. We left them here in the village with a few of my men.
I would follow that up with asking, despite the information I knowing of some of them being KIA, I would still ask him how many are alive. I know he previously said there was one.
Oh, there was one. There's another, but he's going to die.
Hopefully we can make it in time and I can see about doing something. At least ease the pain.
You have medicine?
I have some supplies. If your men need it, I'm more than willing to patch them up too. We're all in this together, it seems.
Well, perhaps in exchange for your medicine, I can give you some of my own equipment or assistance or knowledge. We are almost there. And he kind of twists back in his seat and takes back the AK-47 that's been leaning up in the middle, and he racks the slide, loading a bullet. Back in the van behind, there's kind of a dust cloud obscuring some of the vision, but Tori and Jess in the front seat can still see. What do we see from Jess? Tori's more focused on the road more than anything. How is Jess doing?
Jess definitely wants to be looking around, keeping an eye for any, lookouts or anything of that. Maybe even any zombies in the trees. I'll roll a perception for that.
Yeah, go ahead. Perception.
I generally, what is my experience with dealing with cartels, and what would I know of this particular?
You can roll a streetwise check to know what you do about the cartels.
Do I get a?
You can add your Hong Kong triad rank, yes.
Gosh, okay.
Okay.
Gosh, that sucks.
You know that there's a lot of different cartels down in South America, just in general. You know the HKTA's dealings with them, and you import some stuff down here, but you never really were involved with that aspect of the business. You know it's probably pretty similar with like the structures of how it is in Mexico. So this guy, Don Ramos, he probably is actually like one of the higher ups of this cartel. Maybe the boss, depending on the size of it, but you don't really know more than that. In the back seat, or go ahead.
Well, I forgot perception. Is there an example
For the perception, you rolled a 3, so yeah, kind of the same as Amber. You can see there's zombies around. They're not really in the road, but they're generally kind of trailing after you. You're making much faster time, so you're outrunning whatever's out there. But there's still a lot of undead out there in the jungles. I'm afraid your mic is very crackly.
Sorry, I said.
Okay, I said, can I make a comment at this point, or did you want to go full circle before we do commentary?
No, go ahead.
I would say, well, I'm not sure what we're getting into, but I bet they're not going to be too happy about zombies targeting their location once we arrive. Looking at Morthos, I say this. And what's our plan? Is the doc in the car with us?
He's in the back seat. He's been messing around with some of the goods found on the aircraft along with his own doctor set. I'm actually going to pause everybody from responding because I feel like at this point what Edward said in the chat would fit in right here.
Where is?
Which one? The last thing I said?
Yeah, the last thing about real zombies.
Oh, how did I phrase that? The real. I think how did I phrase it? The real zombies. Anything I need to know about them? Or the American Hollywood movies tell pretty accurate.
Well, they're not slow. That's what we've seen so far.
Which Hollywood movie? Also, these zombies aren't the same as other zombies we've seen.
That's true.
Morthos, roll a supernatural lore check, please.
Yes.
You're in tune with the magical auras of a lot of supernatural things, and this whole drive, ever since you've gotten into like this village area in the mountains, has just been like tingling, as there's magic kind of permeating this whole vicinity. Obviously, these undead are not like biologically like virus zombies. These are actual arcane undead creatures that have been spawned and risen from the ground and all that kind of stuff. So this whole area is very saturated with magic, and it's a little bit hard to differentiate different types of things, but you feel that the bulk of the energy is kind of behind you, but there is some up ahead as well. And with that information, I'm going to have Jess and Tori roll perceptions, and then for Dr. Desdemona, Amber, and Edward, and Morthos, if there's anything that you all wish to do with your characters while you're all in the back seats there, feel free before I proceed.
Could I be having my guns ready? Wow! With that perception, I'm definitely looking at my gun, getting it loaded.
Your mic keeps going quiet, but yeah, it was your perception. You're not looking out the window at all. You're making sure your gear is ready to go. Your guns are loaded. Are you wearing? I know you're wearing your stealth suit underneath, but are you wearing like your combat vest over it or anything else?
Yeah, I would have put my combat vest back on going into our park cellar. Yes.
Okay. How about?
Yes.
What?
Yes, I'm wearing my combat vest.
Okay. How about for Amber? Anything from?
She's basically making sure her AR is all prepped and ready for combat.
Okay, so you're locked and loaded. How about the doctor?
I think at this point, the doctor, like, finishing a lot of like what he's been doing in the meantime and all that, is gonna like load this canister that he's recently filled into an inhaler and just like super inhale a dose of of a particular concoction that he just recently made. It's the Keen canister or the Keen stem. So temporarily gaining the keen sense feature of that smell, and he's gonna like start stepping out of the car and taking a good whiff of the surrounding area.
Okay, the vehicle is still moving at this point.
Oh, okay. I thought we were. I guess then maybe he'd be like rolling down the window or something.
Sure.
I just imagine it now, like car's still going. Doc opens the door and steps out. Just does the action movie step out as the car keeps rolling.
That would be funny. Okay, but you're prepping to basically you want to get out and take a look at the area. Do you want Tori to stop the car for you?
I figure once we get up behind the truck or whatever is when, you know.
Sure. For what you did, it's specifically smell, not sight, right?
Right.
Okay. For Morthos, anything from you, and then also Edward, anything from you?
I'm thinking. I mean, the back of this vehicle is enclosed, so he really can't shoot anything from it. He's probably trying to take a bit of a nap since he's This is a 7-hour time difference from where he's from.
That's amazing.
Maybe not like a full nap, but it's kind of like half. Like kind
I'm
of
gonna
half
have you roll
listening to the others.
roll a willpower check just to see if you could actually like allow
He's still
yourself to sleep.
He's still listening to what the others say about zombies. But
Sure. You didn't take any sanity loss or anything from last game, right?
1. I have sanity of 4 or 5.
Okay, so go ahead and try to take your rest. Roll a will just to see if you can ignore the bumps and jostles and chatter and the fact the doctor is doing something with materials that you might think is odd, but that's enough. So yeah, let me see. I've been actually looking at the sanity rules, and for healing serious sanity damage there's a section on how to do that next. This actually wouldn't cover that. So you're able to rest. I would say if you had taken any non-lethal damage you can heal 1, but since you're already full health the sanity would stay as it is. Graves, up in the first van, I'm going to need you to roll perception.
Okay.
Let me go to cartel.
While I roll this perception, because I don't want them being left behind, was Morthos doing anything in the van? I'm a team player, y'all.
Honestly, he might just be like reading a book or something.
Oh, he did take a look at the image.
That's true. You looked at the sketch and drawing. Let me go over to there really quick. So, you saw the picture, Morthos?
Mm-hmm.
So, as you're looking at it, it's a very creepy feeling. You're already like your senses are like pounding from the saturation of magic here, but when you're kind of looking at this, it is very unsettling to you. What you see is like this depiction of like robotics and flesh melded together with multiple eyes. The brain lobes are almost like exposed and seems to hold unlimited intelligence almost. It's very disturbing. Your cosmic sensitivity tingles even more from seeing this picture. You did pass your sanity save, but yeah, you get the feeling that whatever it is, it might be some sort of omnipotent being.
I'm pretty sure this is something that Amber had described before back on the auction mission.
Yeah, if Morthos says anything about this, I don't think anyone had seen this except for the doctor and Morthos at this point.
Yeah, he'd probably be like, I don't know what that thing is, but that's very disturbing.
If it's the thing that Amber saw in New York.
The doc isn't normally one that would like use culture references very often, but the doc would ask, but what does your cosmic scouter say about its power level?
I'll hover around the phrase omnipotent being.
Yeah. So it would probably be like really strong.
But is it over a certain number?
Yes, it's over 9,000. Is that what you wanted?
Thank you, yes.
So Graves, with a 5 perception, you first hear it, then you see the heat trail as an RPG is launched out from the trees towards the pickup truck. It looks like it's going to hit dead center into the engine block. You have
shit!
3 seconds. What do you do? 1.
Oh shit!
2,
I'm gonna try and grab the
3.
50 cal guy and pull him off with me.
Okay. So you grab Abel and just abandon ship. Roll a save for, not save. Roll an acrobatics.
So
I
RPG just
Have
the
levels
car.
in it.
Yeah.
At the pickup, so it's a ways in front of Tori. If you don't
If
have
I don't-
athletics, roll
yeah.
dexterity -2, unless you want to
Okay.
offset with style.
No, this makes sense. I'll just do the -2. Oh my god. Dex -2.
Yeah, he doesn't have any ability to help you with his. So yeah, but 2 is enough to abandon ship, and you jump off for the vehicle. The RPG hits the engine block. I didn't actually load the sound effect for the RPG, sadly. The vehicle bursts into flames. Tori, and your kind of slams on the brakes. Jess, you were not looking. The explosion definitely gets your attention. You kind of like jerk your head up to see. Sarah and Amber in the back seats, or the seats behind shotgun and drivers, you see this fireball, and everybody in the back, you can hear it happen. It takes you a second to kind of like look past heads, but you can see this vehicle is now bursting into flames and rolls off the road.
Yeah. What the hell just happened?
I obviously can't shoot a rifle in a van, but I'll get my pistol out.
Absolutely. For Tori, he slammed on the brakes. Jess, did you want him to do anything besides that?
I don't know if he would slam on the brakes and kick it into reverse or not, but I feel like kicking it into reverse is not a bad decision in this particular scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a drive for him really quick as he, starts backing up fast. Graves,
Hey, Adrian, Tori would use style with this.
He's got 3 styles, so spend as much as you want.
I'll just spend 1 for now.
Nice.
Nice.
No whiplash. Expertly turning that corner, he's cranks it into reverse. This van doesn't have a backup cam, so he's like twisted in the seat, driving like crazy backwards. Do you want him to pull over once around the corner?
Yeah, once around the corner, he would, to the best of his ability, hide the car in what cover there is.
Okay. So yeah, he'll kind of like park it where it is there, and kind of slam on the brakes again, and be like, "What do we do?" And at that point, just for helping go through turn order, everyone roll initiative, please.
Yeah, good idea.
Holy shit.
Well, that was unexpected.
I didn't get to say it because you had me on a countdown, but I'd like to imagine Graves in the back seat, in the back of the pickup. It's like the classic war movie, it's everything slow-mo. He sees the RPG and he's in the middle of shouting, RPG.
Okay, so that's stat point because that's classic necessity to say that. Okay, does everyone have their initiatives? I'm gonna descend.
I would immediately get on the comms with Graves and say, Graves, what's your status?
Okay, you're close enough that works. Now, before that happens, just for Graves, you dove off the roadside, so you didn't hit the dirt. You kind of land into the ferns and jungle turf. Abel kind of lands down kind of next to you. You both tumble into the ground. You are not caught in the RPG explosion, but it is jarring. You're both going to take 2 non-lethal damage. I don't know if there's really a good place to write that down on your character sheet, so...
There's a lethal and non-lethal.
Cool.
Yeah. 2 non-lethal equals 1 damage, it seems. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, Jess, you're shouting over the comms. Graves, you can respond at this point if you want. Kind of that ringing is still in your ears a little, but you hear Jess on the comms.
he'd probably be shouting at the top of his lungs something like, "Fucking contact in the jungle!"
Okay. So just you hear him respond back. What do you do?
I turn his volume down. Sorry.
That was in character or out of character. That was funny, so either way, style point.
I immediately turn his volume down. I very much got that.
Okay. Tori is going to stay in the driver's seat in case he's ordered to move the vehicle or another RPG comes. He wants to like floor it if he hears anything else. So he's on standby. Amber.
So Amber is going to pass. Like she's going to. Well, I figured, like, imagine for her sniper rifle, she had it laying on the floor in front of her and Sarah. So she's gonna open up her door and grab her sniper rifle and try to like scope down the direction that the RPG came from.
Okay. The way Tori maneuvered, the jungle path kind of goes further up. You can see just around the corner, like kind of the flames from the pickup. The RPG came from the front, somewhere beyond there, up closer to the north. So you could roll a perception, even with the scope, which I believe gives you +1 on perceptions for the like binoculars for the scope. You'd still be at a -4, so a net -3.
Yeah. So she would basically ask someone to like. Watch my back. She's going to move forward a bit and like as discreetly as she can to where she can get to a point where she can see that it's not too far from the vehicle.
Okay, go ahead and move your movement speed. If you want to move double, you can. If you that'd be your full turn, or you can move quadruple for running, and you take a penalty on your defense.
2, 3, 4. Right, so basically,
Okay.
She's moving out just a bit enough to see around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the burning pickup. You can roll perception now. If you're just doing a quick look, then just roll normal. If you're actually scoping in and using the optic, you can have a +1.
All right, we're gonna use the scope.
Okay. You don't see anybody in the jungle in front. You actually don't even see Graves or Abel. Looking into the vehicle, you can see there's somebody still inside, but that's as far as you get. Graves.
Skip Morthos.
Oh my goodness, I keep clicking too many times. Morthos, sorry. Thank you for policing that.
Probably just gonna, at the moment, just step out of the vehicle and look around to see what I can see from here.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Bloop. Clicking the wrong things over here.
Okay. You see some crawling, some walking, but through the trees in your vicinity, you see some undead.
And I will relay to the team where I see the zombies.
That for the record is over here. Do you want to do anything else? You so far only pretty much just moved out.
I'll move like a little further up. But for now, that would be it.
Okay. Now we shift to Graves.
In the split second that I had, did I see the direction of the RPG? Was it this way? Was it this way? What angle did I see it coming in from?
You rolled a 5 on your perception, yeah?
Yes.
It came pretty much from this tree.
Okay. Me and Abel are on the ground. Can I try and drag him, like grab him by like the collar and like drag him with me to move?
Yeah, you're close enough. He's not. He's fine like you. He just took a couple non-lethal. He's not unconscious or anything. You saved his life.
Yeah, but I'm doing the thing, we both just got our asses knocked out, and so I'm like just grabbing him and like helping him along.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that type of deal.
You can move him with you on your turn. Where do you want to go?
I'm like, get up, we gotta fucking move, and I am wanting to like go behind part of this tree.
Okay. Yeah, kind of halfway through, you're able to stand up and start running.
And I see that there's a zombie.
So that's movement, and kind of, you can do one more thing if you want.
Yeah, so I see this fella here.
Yeah, he's a torso zombie, no legs, and he's like lurking by the tree, and he starts like clawing his way towards you.
Okay. Oh shit! Oh my god! I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you would want me to roll to determine it, but in the explosion, has Graves lost his glasses?
Oh.
Roll a luck check, except this isn't this is Ubiquity, not Call of Cthulhu. How badly do you want to keep your glasses?
I mean,
I'm gonna roll 50-50 with low being bad on a DO100, and if you want to buy it, if you lose, then you get the style point. I rolled a 66 on GM, so you do have your glasses.
Okay, good.
Lucky Graves.
Lucky Graves. And I don't know if this would count as an action for having to draw his weapon, but his M4 was slinged like over his shoulder, so I don't know if he can just immediately grab it and fire.
I'm gonna say everybody had weapons prepped, but with the explosion, that would unready your weapon, I think.
Okay.
Especially like crawling and running, you'd have to basically redraw it.
So I think seeing the zombie, he's gonna like point it out to Abel and just draw out his Beretta.
Okay, the pistol. Okay. Down at the bottom with the van, Edward.
Edward would want to clear the van. He was in the back, so he would have to get out. Seeing Amber going that way, he would probably want to take the other way. So as he's getting his earpiece communicator back in and switching to his rifle, he's going to want to try and make it to this set of trees.
Okay. Yeah.
And then trying to hide there if I still have actions.
So yeah, basically if you're moving, I think that's 7 spaces, or how far is that? That's like 10 spaces, I think. These are 5-foot squares, so that's like just a move, we'll say. Yeah, if you want to roll stealth, to kind of, are you trying to climb the tree or just get into the foliage?
Just get into the foliage, and if he gets the earpiece in, he would open his comms and say, I'm not sure, Port or Starboard or whatever it is, but he would just mention how, Amber's going if Amber's got this Starboard, I got the Port, whatever. I'm not sure which one's which, but side. And stealth. Let me. Come on, this should be. There we go. Stealth.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of nestle into some of the bushes and you're.
But he would certainly. You have some bloody hells getting out. Bit of swearing.
Okay, let me go to the ones. Dr. Desdemona.
So, Desdemona would, step out the van, and then, would like to like look around and sniff around a bit and see what he can perceive.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your perception with the appropriate bonuses.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna drop 2 style points into this just because it's cool. I'm doing something cool with the stuff that I do. So why not? So, beep. Ugh. Beep. Wow. That was horrid.
Not the best roll, but still with 4 successes. You can smell, like a slow motion movie, the smell of burning gunpowder and fuel. The vehicle up ahead, the pickup truck, is burning. You smell the scent of death coming from the zombies over there. And you're a ways away, but you, with your heightened senses, you can smell the sense of, or that scent of almost like reptilian smell. It's weird. That's what I'm going to give you for a 4.
So I don't think there would be any of that the doc would deem necessary to share. And he would start to move. I still have 3 movements. Beep, 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 that he will move. And yeah, it's its turn.
Okay. Sarah, while Amber is going out the left, or the right, she's going to go out the left. And she's got the M4 was at the ready. So, Michael, do you have her character sheet open? Can you roll perception for her?
Okay.
Okay. She's scanning the jungle, doesn't seem to see anything. She's going to start advancing. She does know Amber's going right, and she knows Edward just took center. Her natural instinct would be to take the left flank. What's her speed?
She's got a speed of 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Jess, you're in the vehicle.
I was gonna get out of the vehicle, and I was going to tell Tori, protect the car, stay on the cam, be ready to drive when needed. Calm, not cam. Yeah. I rolled a 4 perception when I meant to roll initiative. Can I just take that for my perception?
And your initiative?
And yeah.
You could reroll perception because you haven't rolled since the encounter started.
Okay. I rolled a 4. It was a really nice roll. I liked it. It's a good roll.
Where'd you roll for?
I rolled it right before initiative.
Double roll. No, you'd have to.
Yeah, well, I rolled it instead of initiative because I made a mistake.
Yeah.
With that too, would I see those zombies in the forest?
No, but you'd see these ones.
Which ones? Oh gosh. Yeah. Can I just? Are they headed our way?
They're crawling towards the vehicle, but they're basically heading northward, but you backed up and now they're starting to turn towards the van. Well, then Amber got out, and so now they're kind of like shifting direction again. There's the crawler is slower, but the bottom one is facing towards Amber.
Okay. How much of a threat are these? Are these just really not a threat?
Do you want to roll supernatural lore?
Yeah, I do. When I roll a supernatural lore.
You can have a situational +2 because you've been fighting these now since the
Yay.
last couple hours.
4.
These are the same thing that you fought over by the airplane, so if they get close and claw, like, it didn't seem like they cared about everybody, but if they get close, they can claw you for sure.
Which one are both of these crawlers, or just the one?
The bottom one's a walker.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the walker. I just open my door, aim my semi-automatic one.
Your pistol or rifle?
Rifle.
Okay, go ahead and shoot.
And I go boom.
Nice.
I think it died. I think it's dead. No.
Yeah, how do you kill it?
Straight through the head, and straight through the eye, and its head just flies off with the force of the
snaps back and whoosh, dead.
Yeah.
It crumples to the ground behind. Tori is. Sorry, go ahead.
And then I was gonna get out and kind of go through the forest as well.
Okay, you can move up to your movement speed, and then Tori is going to stay in the vehicle, but he will get his pistol out. I think he has one. Whatever weapon he has, he's going to get it at the ready and just have it on his lap. And we're back to Amber.
Alright. Gonna do a quick perception.
Wait, hold on. Did you have a 5 initiative or a 4? You have a 4.
I have 4.
Okay. Nothing happens, actually. Go ahead.
Alright. So perception.
Okay, yeah, you see the one behind you.
She'll basically like hold the sniper rifle in her offhand, like so she can quick draw her handgun and shoot it.
Okay, yeah, you can quick draw. Go ahead and boom. Take your shot. Okay. Yeah, you shoot into the torso as it's crawling, and kind of a spatter of rot comes out, but it's still crawling around. Anything
Am
else?
I able to if I don't move, am I able to do a second shot at it?
I think you have to say that before you do shoot, because if so, you take a -4 on both rolls, which would average to basically, if you want to do that, you can. But the existing shot, I'd take the average and say you get a -2 on your roll, so it'd be a 5 instead of a 7. If you want, though, you
I mean, that's
can.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so that would be 5. So it only took 1 damage instead, and you would have a second shot at the -4.
4.
Okay, and this would be second shot on him, so he does have a penalty to his defense. Good call. Good call. The second shot hits. Where do you shoot it?
Head.
Okay. Yeah, the head blows off half the skull with your... I think you've got a 9mm, right? No, you've got a 45. So yeah, so it cleans off the whole top portion of its skull, and it continues to crawl towards you. Morthos.
Amber hates zombies.
Okay. I am going to, Yes. I was going to look at my grimoire just to get inspiration for, like, what kind of, like, spell I want to cast, like, do something to these zombies, and then I forgot.
Well, you can do...
I was listening to everyone else's turn, and I was like...
If you want to pour through the grimoire briefly, or if Morthos wants to cast spontaneous magic, and you could try that too.
Yeah, I'm just not very creative.
Let me see if your grimoire... You could do the flee. You could attack it. You could do protection. You could try summoning something.
Yeah, that's never works good.
What, you don't think summoning a Shoggoth would be useful here? You don't think that would make things better?
Well, just because I summon it doesn't mean it's friendly. So...
You know, we'll feed it some snacks. Like Scooby-Doo.
Expecto Patronus. This is tough one.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna, you know... Pew force magic in its vicinity
Do you want to?
in these guys.
Okay. Do you want to do like an AOE or a targeted?
I'd like to do like a little AOE, like in the middle-ish of them.
Do you want to try to get closer? Sarah doesn't even see these yet. Maybe she does at this point, but she's moved into that direction without knowing they were there, and all of a sudden she's like 15 feet away from the zombie.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move like almost like right next to her.
Sure. So go ahead and roll your... Hold on, let me check one thing. I've got your grimoire open, but not your sheet. Morthos. So ritual magic. And you can use your 8th spell, Grieve Deleu, except it would be kind of more of an explosion of magic as opposed to the water. So you can still get a +2. That is just enough. That zombie, it's for 8, you'd be able to actually divide it by 50-50 for 2 damage, or you can just take out the 1. Because if you're doing an AoE, you could split the damage if you want. Between those two.
We'll split the damage.
Okay. So they both take damage, but they are not killed.
And then I would like to point in that direction and make eye contact with Sarah and just go, zombies.
Okay, that's a style point. And then can you roll, Michael, can you roll Sarah a sanity check?
You got it. And sanity. Oh.
So she takes 2 more points of sanity loss, unfortunately, as not only magic going kind of all of a sudden, which she's not used to really seeing, but then it draws her attention to the fact that she's really close to the zombies too. She will squeeze the trigger in a panic and kind of waste some of her ammunition into the jungle, unfortunately. Morthos' turn. Graves back up here.
Yeah. I would like to try and fire into this zombie.
Go ahead.
And I will spend, I'll spend 1 style point.
Okay.
With my Beretta.
Okay. That is a very good shot. And it doesn't die, but how do you shoot it?
I mean, with how close he is and how he's been shooting, I think, you know, in a similar panic of, oh shit, there's a zombie in front, you know, he pulls out his Beretta from the previous turn and just aims it, you know, towards the head and tries to fire.
Okay. Yeah, and just spit off a couple rounds. It demolishes a lot of the zombie, but it's still animated. Anything else?
I don't know if this would count as like another action, but can I, if possible, do like an empathy or a perception just to see how Abel is holding up right now? If he's readying his weapon or if he's like looking at the pickup in fear.
For Abel? Yeah, that would be an empathy.
Okay.
He is kind of recovering from it at basically on turn 0. He's going to be able to start moving again. At the first turn, he is kind of shell-shocked and only was moving because like you helped drag him over. But now he's kind of like getting back over to it. His AK is still where he dropped it over here, though.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm like... So again, it's like a war movie. If I'm shouting at him like, snap out of it, we have threats, he's just hearing blur.
Exactly.
And if I could hop onto the comms, I'd hop onto the comms and say RPG in the tree, and our RPG in the tree ahead, and make sure people know that it's this tree.
Okay. Dr. Desdemona.
Skipped Edward.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was gonna
goodness!
say.
I prematurely click and then I click again. I'm sorry.
I've done that as a DM. So.
I do it so often. I'm so glad people catch it.
I was about to ask where the RPG was, but since he just said that, Edward is kneeling down there. He is going to get his scope and start scanning that tree.
Okay, so roll perception with a +1 because of the scope.
And I'm going to also put a style point into that. Okay, so if I click this, does it give me the chance? Yes, it adds a modified die pool for 2.
Okay, that is enough. You see, crouching in the tree, having reloaded the RPG, is a human, but it's not like a human you have ever seen before. It's a humanoid with like a crocodile face, and I need you to roll sanity.
Okay, sanity is willpower, right? Or
It'll be a secondary attribute. I normally put it at the top of the skills, but you can roll. Technically, you can roll anything that has. You'd have 5, I think.
okay, here's at the top. Okay, I'm going to put another style point to that, because I don't want to be.
Okay, yeah. It's nothing that's gonna hold you back, but it is like seeing something that's not supposed to be. There's no such thing as crocodile men, but this
The
this is definitely a
the hunted
crocodile.
becomes the hunter.
As he's starting to switch to the
I'm
trees,
sorry.
he would say, "Bloody hell! I thought this village was friendly." And he spots it as, when did crocodiles get rockets?
Stop playing.
Can I still shoot or not?
Yeah, you haven't moved at all. You just perceive, so you still have basically your whole turn. Your rifle was already out.
I probably don't get the aim option though.
No,
I had to find him.
To actually aim, you need to take a turn to get that bonus, but you do get a +1 still from the scope. So
Okay, let's hopefully. It says, I see him. He's reloading. I'm gonna take the shot, and we're going to take my Remington and add 1 for the scope. Only 7.
wow, that's good though. Nice shot. He was not expecting that. Bang with a 7 versus he rolled a 2 passive, right? Or is it 1? When it's passive defense, is it 1 or 2? I don't know what the roll is actually. I don't use this very often.
Equals 1 plus. Looking
I
at the
think
thing, there's a
average
1
is-
and a 1, a 2,
Yeah.
and
So average is in the parentheses. So he rolled a 1. So you actually did 6 damage to him. That's a very good shot. You nail him and then he falls out of the tree almost. Thuds on the ground. That was an excellent shot. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn? I guess.
he might say, he might say, team, hearing gunfire from behind. Not sure what they're engaging.
Okay. Dr. Desdemona.
Desdemona will move his 4 squares where I'm in measurement. Yay. And then we'll essentially just be like, hey, what are you guys like fighting? Like, are you guys okay? Like,
You're fine.
What? Yeah. Essentially, he's just taking the action to initiate Guardian. So
okay, I see. Yeah.
So anyone within 10 feet of Ambrose at the moment is gaining a +2 to their defense rolls.
Is it 10 or 15?
I'm pretty sure it's 10 feet.
Okay. When you asked this, Sarah like shrieks, "There's more zombies!" And it would actually be her turn next, and she will focus her M4 back down at this guy here, and she will once again mag dump, or what's left of it. She'll use full auto for the full +3, but then she's also wants to total attack it, so that's a +5 to her attack, and she will burn out the rest of her ammo on that. Actually, no, let me see very quick.
Huh.
Yeah, no,
Can you still hear
so
me?
she shreds the torso, but the zombie's still up. And then she'll have to reload next round. On round 0,
Round 0.
Abel is going to run back to his AK, pick it up, and now he's ready with the AK. The top of the round actually is Jess still.
Or was somebody else going to pop in? Can I roll a perception again just to make sure that there's nobody else popping in?
Sure, roll perception.
Rolling with my... Oh, I have my gun out. Was going to scope it. But,
Where are you trying to look?
I was looking the general area of starting this way and kind of sweeping over to this way to see like other threats from this overall direction, but in a sweep.
Okay.
From the car to over here.
Okay. You do not see anything.
I'm gonna hold my action. Well, not hold my action. I'm just gonna hold in a.
Did you guys do yours yet?
No, I'm gonna do a sniper move and just do nothing. That's what I want to do. Is nothing.
Do you want to take the aim action in a region? I will let you do that if you want.
Yeah, take an aim action in from here
Towards
to here.
That's,
Yeah.
You have to select one like click. What
Okay,
region you want to aim at?
Do I know that it was this tree that he was just shot at that tree, right?
Yeah, Edward shouted that there was Graves shouted that something was in this tree, and you heard Edward's rifle shoot.
Okay, then I'm gonna do the same region. Make sure threat in that area was
Okay. So you can take the aim action in that direction.
dealt with.
Tori's still holding. Amber. Or go ahead. Sorry.
He'll roll perception.
Sure.
Yeah. Because he's gonna watch while he's holding. See what he sees. In the rearview mirror as well. Well, what they have of a rearview mirror, actually. There's no
Poor
rearview mirror.
I was about to say he might do something. If you spend one of Tori's style points, I'll let him roll a drive check really quick.
Okay. He'll spend a style point. He wants to be cool.
Okay, so he sees Amber like shooting down to the ground. Roll a drive for Tori.
Drive. I don't know what it is.
He's gonna back up the van and then just drive off road and squelch. That's Tori's turn.
It's a good turn.
Gives the thumbs up to Amber. You're all clear.
Yeah. Amber just kind of like gives him that thumbs up, the slight grin,
Okay.
and tells him nice driving. You skipped
you
Amber.
again. Sorry. Go ahead.
Going to now that she doesn't have to worry about that particular zombie, she's going to once again quickly put her handgun away and pull her sniper back up towards the tree, and is going to look through the scope and see if she can spot the guy that was mentioned.
Okay, yeah, you take a perception with the +1 for the scope. Okay, you see the guy picking himself up off the ground. He's just been shot in the chest.
Well, let's finish him off, shall we? Oh.
The tree bark snaps right next to his head, and dirt and bark flies away. It's a miss.
Yep, but it's probably scared the crap out of him.
Yep, and gives him a -2 on his defense. So you switch weapons, so fire, that's Morthos is next.
I would like to do the same thing I did last turn.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yep. With the +2 still?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Both of those are just... How do you kill them? They're dead.
They just explode.
A little bit gets on Sarah. Not quite to you. You're a little far enough away. But yeah, Sarah has some gunk on her face.
Morthos just see that, just be like, my bad.
She maintains her 1 sanity. Do you want to do anything else? Move or...
No, because there's some other zombies, so I think I'll stay put until we, get rid of those.
Okay.
Alright, it's me, huh?
He actually skipped one person 3 times. I'm sorry. Before you go, I will take the hunter's turn. They have a 4. I should just add them to the turn order at this point with their 4 initiative. He is going to stay where he is and just lightly squeeze the trigger with his machine gun. He will not total attack, he'll just full auto. As the belt-fed machine gun just... And the poor Abel will have to roll defense.
Oh man, that guy's gonna get shredded.
That's what, 7 damage? Poor Abel does not have 7 hit points. Just the machine gun just shreds him as he's picking up his AK, and just he drops back down into the ground. The other guy is going to pull himself to the tree, and he's going to try to disappear. That is their turn. Now it's Graves' turn.
Abel is like, I can't help him, right? There's no way in hell I could do anything for him.
You can roll a medicine check. Just not to actually heal, but to like see how badly it looked like he got shredded.
Sure. Because I hear this gunfire and I quickly turn back and I see him getting lit up and fall. If there's any chance I could do anything for him.
You might be able to stabilize him if you rushed over. In game turns, he was wiped out from full health to -1. So he's not dead, but like getting shot by probably take at least 5 bullets. He's probably going to take some patching up. Even if you healed him back to full, like he'd be temporarily crippled from the wounds.
Is it an action to run?
No, well, it'd be Movement is you can take a move action, you can take 2 move actions, and that's your turn, or you can take 4 move actions, and that's your turn, and you get penalties on your defense.
Okay. He's out in the open. Shit. Okay, I'm just going to... Man, I don't know how well he's gonna live, but I would like to... I'm gonna ignore the zombie. Still with my pistol in hand, I'm gonna turn around, seeing Abel get lit up. I would like to run to him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I can, I would like to, move again. And if I can, 1, 2... I'm not going directly up against it if it's still flaming, but I would like to try and drag him with me
to the pickup.
Behind the pickup, if possible. Yeah.
So you'd have to roll an athletics check to drag, and if you fail, then you'd basically be stuck where you are at.
Okay. Boy, I don't have athletics, unfortunately.
So that'd be strength -2, or you could spend a bunch of style.
Yeah, can I spend style to offset the -2?
Mm-hmm. You can spend as many style points as you prefer.
I'll put 3 into it, so I get a +1.
Okay. The body of 3. So we'll just say roll 3, which you did.
Oh, nice.
Just able to. And as you're dragging him, you can see bone sticking up out of the joint where he got shot in the elbow, and he's all fucked up.
Yeah, I'm I'm putting on my best, nice person voice. I'm like, you don't go. Just don't go to the light. Stay with me. We're still in this.
Okay.
You keep kicking.
Edward, you hear the machine gun fire, and you see kind of just in front as Graves breaks cover and starts trying to drag the poor guy away.
The machine gun fire from this one over here that's on the up here on the map.
Correct.
Can I see him through the trees?
You are through the tree, so I'd make you roll perception, unless you wanted to relocate.
I'm just not, because he was looking this way. I'm just not sure if he would.
You'd hear the gunfire, so you can go ahead and sweep back over. There is a tree in the way, so roll perception. And you get the +1 from the scope.
Okay. We will do perception. And we will use 2 more style points because has to be able to see something to shoot at it.
Okay. You do see him. You see through the trees, but you can see he's not necessarily in the brush. He's crouching, and he's got a big belt-fed machine gun.
Another crocodile man?
Yes.
He'll line up a
He
shot.
has already been attacked once this turn, too.
Different crocodile man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is the machine gun crocodile man, the one that we both saw that before has vanished into the trees. But he'll line up a shot and go, "See you later, alligator." Bang.
Okay. I can't not give a style point for that.
Use it for the shot. Use it for the shot.
Okay, I will.
If you haven't rolled.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
You
Oh.
nail him in the vest, and he falls back from the force of the hit. He's picking himself back up though. Do you speak Spanish?
No, that's one of the things. He speaks no languages besides proper English.
You hear him shout in Espanol, very audibly loud. That is Edward's shot. You want to do anything else? You can't double
no.
shoot, but yeah, if you don't want to move, then you're fine.
He's a one-shot.
Yeah.
One-shot around person. Kind of.
Dr. Desdemona.
Big ammunition.
Just a quick question. Graves isn't looking at him because he's busy dragging Abel, but does he hear the Spanish, or does he still have like the ringing of the heavy machine gun fire in his ears?
That's not so much ringing. The explosion would have been what caused you the ringing, but since the gunfire was far away enough, you don't have that. So roll perception. I'm not going to give you a penalty because you speak the language is going to offset it. You'll catch the words more likely.
Okay.
Yep, and in Spanish you hear, "They're in the trees! Sniper! Sniper! Sniper!"
Of course. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Desdemona.
Pew. Desdemona is going to move. I'm in the wrong thing. Lovely. I do this to myself so often. He's going to move. Beep, 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 beep. To there. And then he is going to. Now, could I continue my guardian action, but still be able to take a perception?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, well then that's what I'm gonna do. Let's see here. I would still have the perspire.
Yeah, you get +4.
You till end of the scene. Yay. You.
Now you're talking. You smell the scent of more death of the zombies. And then you smell the zombies are about to be moving on turn 0, because I think I forgot to do them last turn to your benefit. With an 8 perception, I will open up the rest of the zombies, though they're not properly spread out the way that they are supposed to. You also smell the beautiful scent of a rocket-propelled grenade about to fire on turn 4. I know that's not very scenic,
It's amazing that he can smell that.
He can smell the gunpowder.
Yeah, he can smell the signature.
He knows that smell.
He
knows the smell of primer striking.
That's true. If there's anything he's familiar with, it would be that smell.
yeah. Like, I'm sure the doc could smell freaking C4 being primed from 10 miles, man. You're like a shark for explosives.
Right.
You can smell blood out the water 50 miles away.
There.
You
smell a lot of stuff. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna do his best, if possible, to relay that over comms. That we have more undead coming from, I guess that would be the east.
East, west,
and
you smell a lot up to the north.
And then, get down RPG fire is about to go off, Which, roleplay as, Guardian.
Sarah is having to reload. She will tactically retreat to stand next to probably the doctor here and then reload. Jess.
Okay, did I see anything over there
From
where I was aiming?
You did not beat his stealth of 6, did you? For
Can I re-roll?
Yeah, you can reroll.
And I've been looking in that general direction. Do I get a bonus for that? And my scope?
Yes, I will give you the +2 aim on your scope because I actually have to reroll his stealth anyways. So go ahead and reroll. Okay. Yeah, you see him coming around the other side of the tree with the rocket-propelled grenade, shouldered,
Perfect.
and he's about to lean over and shoot.
Can I use my semi-automatic gun? Do I get a +2 for doing the aim?
If you are, this is your sniper rifle, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was it.
You get a +3 because you aimed plus the 1 for the scope.
+3, okay. Can I use 2 additional style points for a total of +5 on this?
You gotta ruin my fun. Sure. Okay, he leans
Nice.
out. You take the shot. His crocodile head just kind of like jerks backwards. The RPG, as he's falling, shoots off into the air, breaking through the tree line, and just in the distance you hear a boom. But he's dead.
Nice.
Oh, do you want to spend a style point and just blow him up with his own RPG?
Me?
Do it.
If you want.
No, I'm content with that. I have other fish to fry.
Okay.
Literally.
All right, Tori. Tori doesn't know kind of what's exactly going on, so he knows there's been gunfire behind. So roll another drive check for him, and he is going to go backing up, and he's going to try to make a barrier between Morthos and the zombies, and basically do this
Oh.
so they can't.
I don't think he can do that with that, Adrian.
Nope, not with a 1.
He
gets stuck in
doesn't-
the ditch.
This seems familiar.
Yeah, he's now stuck. He will need to get unstuck before he can drive again.
At least it wasn't a 0. I feel like that would have been a stuck.
Yeah, this is just another drive check to unstuck. Amber.
All right. Going to move up. And using the sniper, gonna scope to see if we can spot the guy, the other gator dude.
You do not need to. Sorry, you have a clear line of sight. You do not need to roll perception to see him from your line of view. He's crouched,
Wow.
but he's not concealed.
Alright, so going to take a shot at him.
Holy. If we see it on the map, do we see it in real life, Adrian?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier
The
when I said,
doctor
"Oh God,
smelled them,
I moved
but-
my map up."
Did I skip the zombies again?
Probably. Also, everyone, scroll up your map.
Oh,
I did when you said it, and then like out loud was like, "Oh my god!"
I
Oh,
think
bloody
I
hell.
think it's time Constance makes an appearance.
Oh.
Doctor.
Ah,
So Amber, take your turn, and then I have to make the zombies go, and I'm gonna probably double move because I've skipped them 3 times now.
yep, so
Oh,
I put
bloody
in
hell.
2 style points onto the shot with armor piercing rounds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, come on!
Off.
And that's at the gator guy.
Okay. So yeah, you shoulder smash him. He kind of.
And these are armor piercing rounds.
Yeah, I did not factor his armor into this shot. So he takes 1 point from that. Morthos, go ahead and take your turn, and I'll have the zombies go after because I let Amber go on turn 4. So I'll just meld them into turn 4.
So
I'm assuming
I
the
don't
two
know. I
guys.
was thinking about something, and then I was like, "No, that's probably not a good idea because zombies on fire trying to eat you just does not sound like a good thing." So I was like, I could like maybe like if I set them on fire, they would like I don't know die. But I'm like, oh, there's no guarantee they'd die instantly. So,
Pump up the heat.
Yeah, bones will eventually, burn. Eventually.
Depends on how hot the fire is.
probably just regular fire. I don't know. I don't know what I could do in that sense. So I was just thinking like regular fire, and I'm like, I don't think that'd be enough. So yeah, I'm just this would be a great time for like me to have my pistol that like kind of goes kaboom.
Yeah, it is kind of like a zombie extinguisher. So if you want to use the pistol, you can.
I would say because I was gonna ask about that because I didn't say I didn't bring it, but I didn't say I did bring it.
I would think.
I think I remember you using it at the plane.
I think you do have it.
Dude, I can't remember. My memory's not too great, anyways.
Yeah, I know I've been meaning to stat out a couple things, and that's not there yet. Hold on one second.
I can confirm, I do remember you blasting a zombie with the special holy pistol.
Oh yeah.
At the airstrip.
It was there? Okay, so I can't remember if it was before there or if it was...
No, it was at the airstrip. I'm trying to remember what I had you do. I think I had you roll, like, ritual magic or something with the Glock, but that's actually not how I would have it when I was going to stat the weapon. If you want, go ahead and roll. For now, because I don't have it, roll ritual magic plus 3. The Glock is 3, so I don't feel like that's what I rolled. Had you roll before though? Does anyone remember?
Yeah. It was like something with like a +2 or something.
If that's all that you got, then roll ritual magic with a +3, because the Glock is a 3L weapon, and instead of rolling with firearms, roll with ritual magic. But I don't think that's going to be what the actual thing is. I just haven't crafted it yet, so. But
right.
You can roll ritual +3.
Cool.
For this
That is
to do it.
what I shall do.
Oh man, that sucks. Maybe you'll hit it. Let's see.
I have proved time and time again, I'm a magic guy, not a gun guy.
So that's exactly what happens. Is it's not that you hit it and it does nothing. It's just it goes wide and misses.
I never claimed to be a good shot.
So, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Sorry, I choked on my drink. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of move forward into the side a bit, because just personally, I want to be on the gridded area so I can track my movement more easily.
Oh, sorry about that. I can put on the grid.
No,
This image has a grid.
It's fine.
So
You're good.
The zombies have skipped 3 turns, so I apologize in advance, but here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This crawler can only go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Basically, they can all get to you. So, Morthos, I'm going to need you to roll 5 defenses, but one at a time.
1 sec, because my computer and
Is it
its
not
own
happy?
fucky fashion. No, it just randomly like disconnected me from Roll20 and was said that like the page errored.
Mine did too.
And it's done that 3 times already since we've started playing.
Mine did twice.
Yeah, like I don't know. Well, at least I know it's not just me. Okay, so you said 5, 1 at a time?
1 at a time. So roll the first one.
You're by the Dr.
Got it.
Desdemona. That should give you a bonus.
Yeah, you do. You get a plus. Is it +2?
+2.
Okay,
to
so-
all the
Okay.
fiends.
So that
I will re-roll that with a +2.
Sure. Ouch. Do you have style points?
I have 4.
So I will let you. No, I think this is gonna suck for you no matter what. So we're gonna ignore the first one. So you re-roll.
I'm like that meme with Ralph, where I'm like, I'm in danger.
You are. So you take 4 points of damage from this attack.
Ah.
Or you can take 2 for 1 style points to negate that damage. Well, it'd be negating 2. So instead of 4, if you spend all 4 of your style points, you'd only take 2 points of damage on this attack.
She said 1 to get rid of 2 points
No,
of damage?
it's 2 style for 1.
2 for
Yeah,
2
so
for 1. Okay,
It's rough.
got it. I had it the opposite way. Okay, yeah, we will do 2 for 1 right now.
Okay, how many do you want to spend? All 4 or just 2?
Just the 2 right now.
Okay, so you'll take 3 points of damage from this. So that is dangerous. The second zombie is going to attack you, and this is at a -2.
Okay.
Actually, no, it's a plus 0. It's a plus 0
okay, so
because
just flat roll.
yeah, because the doc gives you the benefit.
Right.
Okay, that's an even wash, so no damage. The third attack is going to be at a -2.
It would still be. It would be like normal, right? Because
This is the
like
third attack. So the first attack would be +2, second is 0, and the third is -2.
right.
Okay. Still no damage. The fourth attack is at a -4.
Also, thought of something, because this is you would say this is a situation that's inconveniencing everyone, wouldn't you?
Yes, I think this is getting to that point.
Very.
So I get a style point because of my flaw.
Yes, you do actually. You get you actually get. Would that be 5 style? Because actually all 5 are attacking you specifically.
Yes. it would
I think
be.
it's up to you as the DM, because it basically just says like every time like the flaw inconveniences myself or the team, that I get a style point.
You can make 4.
I'm gonna
You were
give
owed
you.
style points from last game too. Then.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna give you 5 style points because you're
what
taking 5 attacks, and then also kind of all the previous times I've forgotten to give you those. So you take 4 points unless you want to spend more of those style points. Oh, you still have 2 style points, don't you?
Yeah, I have 2, but I just because this is the kind of situation that could have went really bad, so I just wanted to be like, hey, this is inconveniencing everyone, so I get style points.
That's true. So you have 7 total. You can negate 3 of those points of damage if you wish, and then you can use the last one to turn it into a non-lethal. So if you wanted to, but there's still one more attack after this. Wait, no, that doesn't add up, because if you're at a -4, that should be. Oh, that is 4. Never mind. So first attack was you got. So how many do you want to negate? So the last attack would be at a -6.
Jeez, -6. I'll negate like 2 points of damage.
Okay, so you'd spend 4 style points to negate 2. You would take 2 more, and that would bring you to -1. So you drop.
Oof. Okay, so how do I do it in the way that I don't die?
You'd want to spend 6 style points, and that would bring you to 1 point of damage, which brings you to a flat 0.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are not unconscious at 0, but you're very close to it. And then the last attack is going to be pretty bad. So we'll have to still roll the last one.
Okay, so we will just do it that way, and then
So
hope this last attack doesn't mutilate me.
you have one more style point, which we can maybe try to use, but
I think this is really because the zombies got that double turn. I think that made it really difficult for him to plan for this particular situation. Just putting that out there.
they skipped 3 turns though.
Yeah, not our fault.
Yeah, hold on. Let me.
This is one of those zombicide scenarios where you always get yourself killed.
I've played and gotten out of wars with my brother.
If
There are all my style
Morthos
points
goes
for the
prone,
thingy.
I have a plan. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
say we got 2 medics, so I'm not
Okay.
like
Go
I'm
ahead.
not too scared,
Go
but
ahead and roll
okay.
the last one. It'd be a
Damn.
-6. You can use a plus your last style point on the roll if you want, so it'd be only a -5, which is still.
yeah.
Only a -5.
It's only a -5. Yeah, we'll just yeah, we'll just do that. We'll make it a -5. We'll just see if that helps.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
That is still gonna
Oh.
bring you to -5, which I think is right at the threshold for death's door. Let me check one thing.
Oh boy.
Those are almost all the zombies. There's a couple more crawling towards Edward and Jess. And then it's the heavy hunter's turn. Does anyone have the core rulebook by any chance?
I can open it.
Can you go and see if it's death at -6 or if it's -5 or past -5?
Sure.
I have the Die Hard feat, and that says it increases the death threshold to -7. So that's 5 cents would make sense, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know that like pain tolerance makes it or like I think it's pain tolerance that allows it so that you can stay up even under like negatives or whatever.
Yeah.
Just
I need to.
I was just trying to look it up, and I'm like, what what keywords do I need to use here to look this up?
If health falls below 0, they fall unconscious. If health reaches -5, any additional damage converts non-lethal damage to lethal damage. Let's see. If your character takes enough lethal damage to reduce their health to -5, they are dead, but may be resuscitated if they receive immediate medical attention.
oh,
Okay. That is not a terrible situation given the fact that the doctor is right next to you. But for
And then if they take enough lethal damage to reduce your health below 0, they fall unconscious and begin taking 1 lethal wound per turn until receiving medical attention.
okay, so Morthos drops down with the swarm kind of grabbing onto him. The hunter that's still up is going to shift the RPD, his machine gun, and he can either choose the snipers or Amber, who's in the open. And I think he's going to shift over and shoot at Amber because he can see her, versus the snipers he can't. Not well. So Amber, roll a defense as he is going to attack you. He's not going to total attack though. He's just going to full auto and then try to move.
okay. Gonna put that style I've got into it. Ouch.
Okay, so you take 5.
That will put me
So
at 0 to -1.
Okay, so Amber, you get shredded as well from the machine gun. He is then going to start to pack it out and leave as fast as he can this way. What is his move?
So if I'm at 4, would it go to 0 or -1?
-1. You can actually move 4 more. Okay. Now it is Graves' turn.
Jesus, man. There's so much chaos going on. He's gonna try to do as best he can. Gunfire is happening, people are dropping, but he has someone in front of him. He's gonna throw on his gloves and just shout at Abel, "You stay with me." And he's gonna pull out his first aid kit and try and bring him from the brink, man. I'll put a style point.
Are you using a medical kit too, or no?
I am using a medical kit.
Okay.
So that is a +2, which will be a +3 with the style point.
Okay, so for some reason it didn't track his damage, but he took 7 at that point, right? From the first hit? So
I
it's
think
6
so.
down
He
to
took a
-1.
lot.
So you've got lifesaver though, so -1, then that brings him actually back up to full, which is kind of ridiculous. But he's still like torn up from the gunshot, so it's not like he can 100% just move around to back into normal. But yeah, you're able to resuscitate him. Bleeding and kind of clawing at you. He's like, "Okay, I'm okay." For some strange way.
I'm just gonna look at him, and as he's coughing up blood and he's looking all fucking bullet-riddled, I'm just gonna, grab his arm and just say, "I'll be back for you, just don't try to move too much." And Graves is gonna run. Well, not run, but 1, 2, right here to begin working on Amber.
Okay. Edward.
Now, the Remington 700 is a pretty big gun. Would it be possible to, if I was right here, to shoot through 3 zombies?
Yeah, you could try that.
Or would it be better to take out this guy since he has a -2? Because he's gonna might get away. But that's a lot of zombies, and they need the backup. So if it might be possible to do that, he's gonna run over here with the laser. And just.
You want to be 1 square away, because if you're point blank with a rifle, you get a penalty.
Okay.
Pistols, you get bonus, but rifle, yeah.
So close enough that the blast of this big, heavy-duty rifle might be able to penetrate multiple people, and just target this one, and hopefully this collateral damage.
Okay. So
and I'm going to put my last 2 style points into this. And I still have the laser sight, so that's be a +3.
Correct.
Roll well. I think 12 is a pretty good roll.
That's a very good roll. So that will take them all down, actually.
I'm trying to think yeah.
They all drop to the ground. They are not dead, but you have eliminated their entire health bar, so they are.
The bullet went through one chest to through the other chest, and then.
Yes. Dr. Desdemona.
Beer. So, is Morthos currently prone?
Yes, he's down and viciously mauled.
Okay, so that would mean if I were to randomly take Constance with a shotgun buckshot and, put it over Sarah's shoulder and fire, it wouldn't hit Morthos, right?
No, he's on the ground.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try and do that and blast out, the other ones in front.
And this is the shotgun load, right? Is this the one that you kind of homemade?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your cone? Is it like this, or how would that be?
I would imagine it would possibly be more like the first, the flat 3, right here.
So these three.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, or that, yeah. Pew pew pew. Only because I don't really think that I'm gonna have the easiest time patching Morthos up with this many zombies on him.
Okay.
Pew pew pew. So, yeah.
So you can make your roll.
Pew pew pew. Boop. 7.
And with these already having wiped their health bar, that obliterates them completely.
Right. Could I possibly still move?
Yeah.
He will move as such.
Okay. Sarah has reloaded. These zombies are all like trying to claw at Morthos still. They're still on him. So Sarah is going to strafe, I think. Let's see, what's her... She's got 9 attack. So when you are attacking, you can total attack, and one of the things you can do is strafe. So she is going to do that. I think it's -1 for every second square or something like that. I actually don't know if that's the right rule. Sorry, 1 second. It's a -2 for every second shot. So the first shot is a 6 on the zombie, which that actually brings it to 0. Especially since it's already been hit. It's still up. The second shot's at +1. And the third shot's at a -1. So she injures the first and third one a little bit. And that is their turn. So it's top of the round would be Jess again.
The zombies, I don't know if they went after Sarah, but I think one of the ones that were killed held the initiative, and they were removed from the turn order.
Gotcha.
Jess wants to move over here to get a better visual on people. Can I roll a perception with my scope?
If you're trying to track the running away hunter, you have line of sight on him because there's no trees in the way.
Perfect. Can I just shoot him then?
Yeah, you could try.
Okay, well, I'm going to shoot him with the rest of my style points.
Okay.
Do I get a bonus for my scope?
The scope is a +1.
Okay. That sucked so bad. Oh, that sucked even worse.
You seem to wing him, and then he runs a couple more meters forwards and then stumbles into the ground. He looks prone.
Oh, he's prone. I don't think I can get a second shot, can I?
No.
Darn it.
You moved and attacked.
Yeah.
So Morthos, I think you have to roll a body roll or something. Let me see. 1 second. I actually don't know if you have to roll anything at this point. Becca's, you want to roll a drive check for Tori to get his truck unstuck?
Yeah. Honestly, he would like to drive backwards into the zombies.
That's what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
If you roll the drive check, you can do them both.
We'll see how he does. How many style? I think he has 1 style point left.
Yeah.
He wants to get to Morthos, so he'll use that last style point to try to get out of the ditch and get over there if possible. Let me know what he can do with what he rolls.
He'd be able to free himself and make. Do you have the ability to move the car to where you want it to be?
No.
Are you wanting to like this?
Yeah, and kind of do a slight turn to where I nick the other one, but just around Morthos to where he can get in the van. Because
this?
there's going to be more zombies coming next turn. Oh yeah, that would even be better. Hit that last guy.
Nice.
So this guy was reduced. 1 hit kills him. These 2 are still up. So that's a 7. Okay, so this third one, I think. They're both knocked underneath the vehicle, but they're still alive. And then Amber, tell me what you're wanting to do. I'm still looking for something. Is Amber gone?
Michael?
So where is the section on this?
One more time?
States of being. Okay, so yeah, there it is. So yeah, Morthos does not get need to roll anything because at this point you are still considered dead. Amber, are you doing anything?
Can I do anything? I'm at -1.
For you, if you're at -1, you are considered dying, and you take 1 lethal wound per turn until you see medical. So you're now -2.
Can you roll a body to stop that?
No, rolling body is to stay awake.
Okay.
What am I doing? Sorry. There you go. So remaining conscious. If you take enough damage to knock unconscious, you may try to remain conscious through sheer willpower. So you can make a willpower roll with a difficulty rating of 2 plus your negative. So you could roll will for a 3 for the last round.
Okay. So it's -2?
No, just roll
Or -1
will.
for the last round?
Just roll a plain will roll.
Straight will? Okay.
Yeah. Then you need to beat a 3 to stay awake.
Did it go through?
Okay, so
Oof.
no, Amber is unconscious, and then you decrease to -2 at this turn. The heavy hunter is going to take his 1 action to leave his weapon and just continue. For him. Graves. Mr. Graves.
I realized I muted myself when I meant to unmute myself. But he's shouting to Amber, stay with me, wake up, don't go to the light, and is going to use a charge of his first aid kit for a first aid roll.
Okay. So Amber, you see kind of a blurry light as you kind of open your eyes at the figure of what very much feels like a combat medic leaning over you, kind of telling you something. You don't really kind of understand it, but you get the vibe. You've been in this situation before. It kind of harkens back to your time in Afghanistan. But yeah,
She's probably having a slight flashback to the incident, and a combat medic's like over her.
Yeah, you are back to 4.
And if possible, Graves will just shout to Abel in Spanish, if you could move, get to the van. And he's gonna begin moving his way towards the group.
Abel is going to check the pickup first. And with the rest of his movement, he will then start to come back. I think he's got a move of 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Edward.
How hard would it be to get into one of these trees?
It'd be to climb would be an athletics, or I could do acrobatics too if you prefer.
Would I still be able to get up there and potentially shoot? Or would that be my action?
I'd say if you roll at least a 3, you can do that.
Okay. Athletics is I'm pretty good at athletics, so let's see if I can get up in the tree.
Okay. Yeah. So you jump, pull yourself up like a pull-up, and then kind of mount the tree limb and shoulder your rifle. You're good.
I figure these crawlers aren't going to be very good at getting up a tree without legs, and then just going to shoot without, just laser sight and shoot that one.
Okay. Yeah, the shot pierces through the chest and it kind of stumbles, but it's still up. How is Edward? It's a climate attack. Dr. Desdemona.
So, Desdemona will start, pulling out, gloves from his med kit bag and all that, and, putting them on. He'll, shoot a glance over to Sarah for a second and be like, Miss Glover, I hope I don't have to remind you of the type of things that I do to people. Keep these things off of me and him while I operate. And I would like to go in for a medicine.
Okay.
+2 from medkit because I'm actually going to use it. And then, would I get the synergy with physiology?
Yeah, there's a lot of open wounds, and you can see which ones with physiology, which is the most important to treat first, if there's any arteries or all that stuff.
9 successes.
Okay, so that brings him back to from 5 to 4. Morthos. Everything's black for you, and then almost as if you're flying through space or something like that, your vision begins to open as if there's stars, and then you see Dr. Desdemona leaning over you, patching you up. You still feel a lot of pain from all the claws, and you feel a very powerful arcane sense around you. But you are back alive.
Yay!
Welcome back to the living.
Sarah is going to kind of sidestep around you, and then she Actually, she used her whole magazine, so she is just going to shoulder, hit the zombie here that's trying to crawl out from under the truck, hit it a bunch with the butt of her rifle. Need to open Sarah's sheet. This would be melee, and then the rifle is like she does not have a good melee. What'd the zombie roll? A 1? Okay,
A 1.
She actually has a shot at this. Sarah has 3 style points. She probably would want to use them in this case. She has
Yes,
a
use them.
-2. So
Use them.
So she has a +1 on the roll now. just enough to like smush its head in. This one needs to roll its body. So she's smushing the head in with the butt of her M4, getting like brains and gunk all over the stock. And the zombie's still like reaching up and like clawing. It's enough to get the zombie to now focus on Sarah instead of Morthos because it's under such a big attack. So it will claw at Sarah. And Sarah has to roll a defense against that. And the claws of this brained zombie just kind of grabs her by the leg and like tugs her down and just rakes her across the throat, and she's brought to 0. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Her will check is flat. She is unconscious. Jess, and then.
Can I still see the alligator person?
Yeah. Can you see him? Let me see where he is.
I'm wondering how bushy are these trees? Like, are they, like, could I see?
Roll a perception at this point. Where is your token? I don't see you.
Okay.
There's a tree in the way, so yeah, you'd have to roll perception.
Do I perceive them?
That's Tori, so.
Oh, yeah, no wonder it's sucked. Here we go. Hopefully it's better. Yay, a little better. 3? It's not horrible.
You do not see his outline, however, you do see the surrounding area, which, hold on, I need to un-GM some stuff.
Okay, can I just shoot him?
Hold on, I need to refresh roll 20 because now it won't let me change to any layers. Or no, it did. Never mind. There.
Oh. Oh no.
Can I shoot him? The alligator person?
You can try. Yes.
Cool. I really just don't like him at all. Where's my... Oh.
He does have his cover bonus though. Because
Okay. Do you just... I don't know what the...
you just shoot normal. He has a cover bonus.
Okay, with the +1.
You have a +1, yeah. Because of the sniper.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you still land a shot on him. How do you kill him? Or do you shoot him?
Honestly, with me not seeing him, I just kind of see the movement, and I shoot in the bush. Probably center of mass type of target. Maybe hit through like a weak point where like a previous bullet hit. Probably a luck shot, honestly.
Yeah. You like shoot him and you see him drop down. He's out of sight, but you see these other zombies like just close in around him where he dropped.
At this point, I kind of want to get back to the car. So I would be moving. If that's fine, right? Haven't moved.
Yeah, you can move still. Yes. Did you move?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Wait, that was 8. It was 8. There we go.
Morthos.
At this point, can I actually like move around and whatnot, or?
Yeah, in like roleplay wise, everything like hurts and like you limp, but your stats are back to full. So like cosmetically, Morthos is all ripped up and has bandages at the worst spots. Still some open cuts, but functionally you're back to normal.
Right. Okay. I just want to make sure. So I guess I will. Dang it, computer being not cooperating. There we go. I don't know. There's a zombie right there next to me, so I guess I'll just probably not shoot it. I guess use like magics.
Yeah, the zombie is almost like missing everything up from its jaw because Sarah's bashed its head in so much, but it's still like moving around and its arms have clawed her and stuff, so it's like on the ground, but definitely it's at 0 hit points. So one more hit will kill it.
Okay. And yes, I would like to pew pew shoot magic. Yeah.
Okay. So you just reach down and it like deflates underneath your fingers. It just melts to the ground. It dies.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess before he hobbles off to see where the other zombies are, he would look to the doctor and be like, "Thanks. I owe you one. Beer's on me if we make it out of this alive."
Is Morthos even old enough to drink?
He is actually. He's a little older than you think.
Morthos is the young one, is he?
I don't actually know like the ages of all of the characters in the group, but going off of my assumptions, yes, I think he is like the young one of the group.
I actually wonder. I feel like there'd be some surprises around. But yeah, Morthos, do you want to move at all? Or
Yeah, I'm just gonna hobble forward a little bit. There we go.
so yeah, you can see there's a couple crawlers like, pawing at the tree that Edward's in. Then they kind of seem to notice you now that you're stepping out there. What is Tori going to do? He's made a barrier here. There's still a couple zombies. Maybe he'd just back up more.
Yeah, could he back up and like move forward?
Yeah,
As
roll over them twice.
Roll over them, back
Double
into
tap.
those two back here, and
Yeah.
then hit this guy on his way forward.
Roll drive, and we'll see how much he can do.
Okay, this is what you've been trained to do, Tori. He doesn't have
Double
any
tap.
style points. But if he did,
So he can only do the back part.
okay.
I mean, that's still something.
So he pushes this one out of the way and kind of smushes that one a little bit. It's just like still there. Wherever Tori is can go back on the car.
So is the one zombie that's there under the car, or is it?
It's squished
the
under
side?
the wheel well, but it's not dead. The one that's next to it just got bumped out of the way. Didn't take any damage.
So
That's
that one
nice.
there is.
Yeah.
Shootable.
Yeah, and it's Amber turn.
Amber, which like groaning, like say thanks as she kind of gets up with her right sniper rifle. Gonna try to roll a quick perception to survey the situation.
There's still zombies all throughout the forest. So they're not gonna stop. The zombies are
Oh, yeah.
ridden through this entire area.
She's gonna
That's what
shoot
he
this one here.
And your sniper still has armor piercing?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that blows a big hole in this one. Just kind of doesn't get up after that.
And then she's going to start rushing over. There. As she swears seeing Sarah down.
Let's see, where is...
What would it be to roll for a trauma memory thing?
Sanity.
Like, well, I'm basically like, will a memory be triggered?
Yeah, I'd rule that as sanity.
If you roll low, yes, it's triggered.
Because the thought I had is, will she remember the fallen ones?
With a 2, I think this would, bring back a memory of one of the other comrades that you had.
Yep.
The one that got shot in the back with the RPG.
I just imagine at least, like, even if it's not their face, it's the silhouette of someone she knows with a beam. Like the shadowy silhouette, like the classic anime style of somebody being shot in the back.
It's the one that got, shot in the back with the rocket. So, like, this big mech tank thing that broke up out of the ground, and you all started, like, fighting it, and it starts shooting on you with, like, super weapons and stuff, and then, like, a rocket just shoots out and blows apart one of your comrades. So you can take a point of sanity damage from that, as you remember. That's fine.
And tears are kind of rolling down her face, but she doesn't understand why. She doesn't remember who that was. Just one of her comrades.
How close do you get? Did you move your full speed? Or you shot in it, so you can only move. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, I basically shot and moved.
So Abel's coming and just starts spraying the ground with his AK-47. Not this zombie. That's all he's able to do is move and attack. Graves, you see Amber kind of running like, no! You can see she's all beat up and crying.
Graves sees this, but he has a goal in mind: save as many people as he can. If he had to put his pistol away to bring both of them back up, he would pull out his Beretta again and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, just to reinforce Morthos.
Okay. So transition and then movement. Edward up in the tree.
Those crawlers can't really climb a tree very well and can get to me.
No.
And we're not loading into the van yet. I want to take my binoculars out because they're probably a better view than my scope. And look at the house. Are these zombies trying to break in? Like there's people inside, or is the house where they're coming from?
No, they're all like swarming. These ones all have been like blown off from the waist down. They're all crawlers, and they're like reaching up, pawing at the stone masonry, and the wood door seems to be barricaded or locked. They're all attracted to whatever's inside there.
They're trying to get in. Our team, the member was supposed to evac may be inside, but to get through all that, I don't know if I have any actions left after that.
Decision. D.
I don't know if I have any actions left after that.
I-O-N.
It's a very aggressive decision.
I don't know if I have any actions left after that, but I could take my pistol out and shoot one if I have actions. If not, that might be the end of my turn.
Yeah, I don't think you've actually done anything so far except just looking. So yeah, if you wanted to draw a weapon and then shoot, I'll say that's fine.
Okay, so the revolver is not nearly as powerful as the Remington, but we will shoot the same one that he just hit with the AK.
Okay, so that guy has a -2. So this crawler just doesn't seem to want to go down, and then like you point your revolver at it, and boom, a big hole appears, and still like crawling. It's back towards the tree instead of back towards Morthos, so you've distracted it back. It's still up. Dr. Desdemona.
The doctor looks over at Sarah, seeing her down, and just goes "Zebki" in Russian, and then like starts operating on Sarah to bring her back.
+1 for speaking Russian. Did you roll your check, please?
6 successes.
So she's been clawed up pretty bad, but not as bad as Morthos was. You're able to just patch her up, put a couple bandages. You don't really need to do stitches unless you want to. I'll leave that to you.
I imagine he's using his medical bag, so I imagine he has like that like staple like stitch gun, you know.
So she wakes up to your click 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 click. She's like, "Oh, ow, son of a." But she's gonna be okay.
The doc's just gonna be like, "I didn't give you permission to die. Like, come on, get up."
I didn't give you permission. Did I give you permission to die, soldier?
So, treatment. Anything else? I guess that'd be your kind of.
Yeah, it's my turn.
She is going to reload her M4, and this would be. I need to actually take off 2 mags for her. This is her last mag that she has for this M4 carbine. And realizing that, she is going to just shoot at this zombie with a total attack, with not full auto, just the +2 total. Actually, no, +3 for a total attack. No, it is +2. Sorry, my mistake. That's probably not enough. At this point, zombies are still kind of closing in around. What does the team want to do?
Man, Graves wants to get to the house because if there's anyone left behind, he doesn't want to leave them.
If we're starting to discuss that over comms, he would relay that zombies are trying to break in and it is barricaded.
So I was planning on shooting the zombie and then getting Constance out to a position where we can, shoot it, get through all of that junk, and then see whatever is inside.
What's your movement again, Jess?
9.
Because, like, man, if you could get me that RPG, whew.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I was planning on getting it, and then the van moved away again, but,
So I'm kind of like, we're going to shift into cutscene mode instead of shot by shot. So Tori's got the van. I kind of imagine that this zombie right next to him is just got nailed a bunch by Sarah, but it's not really stopping him. Like, these zombies, they don't die because they're
what I imagine happening is that Tori's just going to keep rolling over those zombies. Jess is going to get the stuff out of the car, probably bring it up to about here. Seems like a good spot to shoot off. Probably Amber would assist me in setting it up while the doctor slowly walks over very coolly to shoot it for us.
Well, with Amber's quick load.
Well, we have to set it up as well. It's also So.
Well, with the RPG men down, right? There's nothing stopping us from like all getting back into the van, right? And then having the van just like drive up to the side of a window and then just trying to use the van to like climb up into like a second story or like an open window or whatever.
Or stealing entrance, even.
Yeah.
Might be able to do something like that. Get my get the flip done.
I would take this one out at a distance before we drove up there. But the crawlers seem focused on the house.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to provide like sniper cover from the tree, Edward, basically. That's kind of what
Until the van gets up there, yeah. At least take this one out until the van gets up there.
So Tori is gonna bring the vehicle, kind of trying to roll over zombies and stuff without wrecking the truck at the same time. Jess, you're going to retrieve the RPG.
Yeah, I'll probably get in the car, get the RPG started to get unzipped from whatever containment unit it has.
So you're wanting to take the van up to the RPG then?
Yeah, if that's cool with the doctor, but I don't know how fast he is. I feel like the doc would want to get in the van with this because he's slow.
Do you all want to get in the van?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Although I think Edward's pretty happy where he's at.
Either that, I at least want to take this one out before we get in the van. But we all could get in there, but could also get on later on afterwards.
Yeah, because you're up a tree. Just getting on top of the roof would be fine for you.
I'd love to get that machine gun they had used on us. That could be very useful against the.
Drop Amber off at the truck. See what the condition of it is.
Well, if we're going into cutscene mode, would the 50 cal? The 50 cal's not even operable, right? Because the truck exploded.
That truck
is
gone, right?
it got RPG'd. Now that doesn't mean that it's unsalvageable. Like no one's really gone up there except for Abel. So like if you tell me what you guys are wanting to do, we're gonna.
Amber can take a look at the truck.
Okay, so you want to go to the truck. Jess wants to get the RPG. Tori's gonna get the van ready to like do a drive-by or drive up to the side of the farmhouse or something. Or
Yep.
What was the gun that this hunter up here had?
Yeah, Amber was gonna send Sarah to grab that one. The machine gun.
A machine gun was dropped right up here.
It wasn't a machine gun. It was what made the car explode.
No,
the RPG was by the tree.
Yeah.
The RPG was here by the tree. The machine gun was over here.
I think that would be a nice gun for my plane. Just get out.
Oops, that's.
Now, is the farmhouse one story or two?
It's one with a vaulted ceiling.
Okay, so we could still punch a hole in the ceiling. Perhaps.
So,
banging rocks against the ceiling like it was rust.
So, Jess, go ahead and roll investigation really quick. Amber,
Hold on, I have to reload my character sheets.
For Amber, you're wanting to check out the truck. You can do investigation with synergy with craft, so whichever's higher with the +2.
Okay, so
and
perception is 5. Mechanic is aircraft is 6.
So for Jess, you go up to the tree where the RPG guy was, where you shot him.
Mm-hmm.
You see he's a Vessin. His crocodile head has been blasted through with the headshot, and you just see the lifeless, unnatural body that he's in. He's wearing he's wearing a combat vest, but that's about like all on his chest, and he's wearing like just normal combat boots and fatigues, not really soldier's uniform, definitely more of a jungle warfare type of an outfit. And he's got on his vest he has slots for 3 RPG rockets on his back. He has used 2 of them, so he has 2 left, and then you see the rocket launcher on the ground.
Cool. Can I grab that? How far does rocket launchers shoot? Because if I stand here and shoot this way, theoretically, just
the further away that you are, the worse the accuracy is, but they can shoot a good distance.
So if I stand here and shoot,
you could shoot back where Tori is at the van if you have a clear shot. RPGs go a long ways.
Well, I wanted to shoot through all of these bad guys and get all of them at once with an RPG. But there's another horde that's clawing at a crocodile. Let's not have them come toward us.
Okay. For anybody else, let's see, Edward, you're just providing sniper support, so your rifle sounds off every now and then as you try to one-shot as many of the zombies as you can. For Morthos, the Doctor, and Graves.
What about the truck?
Oh,
is the gun operational?
No, the gun is not operational. The truck is blown up in the front. The 2 dead bodies are in the front. They have been scorched and burned, but they're dead, but not like completely burned beyond recognition, but they're mangled. In the back, all of the gun casings and the ammunitions have all spilled off onto the grass around. The 50 cal is probably repairable, but it is banged up pretty bad and it's torn off of its mount.
Oh, that's fine. As long as I can quickly repair it and use it.
I wouldn't say the word quickly, but it is repairable.
I was going to say, isn't it also currently on fire?
The truck is on fire, yes.
Yeah.
And then
but
the tripod
gun is off the mount.
Do we know what frequency Team Dragonfly was using? Have we tried radioing in or seeing if we could search for a frequency?
I don't remember if you found any radios with guy from the plane.
No, I did a search. I didn't find anything. I know I also have been sending them messages, and the last update I got from them was they were at the airstrip.
Would Morthos be able... Amber would ask Morthos if he can sense the source of the zombies, like what's causing them to stay alive. Because they are not the usual types of zombie.
Also, I'm in the car, or in the van. I'm wanting to be... I want to be able to get into this building when zombies are cleared so I can help whoever's inside.
Okay. So, what about the Doctor? Are you in the van?
Yeah, currently in the van.
Okay. And do you guys want to bring Abel in the van, or just kind of leave him up by the trees?
I would want to bring him.
Okay, and then I think Sarah would want to get in the van too because she just got banged up a lot.
Yeah.
And she's low on ammo. So, what about Morthos?
He would also like to, hobble over to the vehicle and squish his way in there. But also, like Michael was asking, is there a way like that Morthos can like sense maybe if there's I guess like the source to like the zombie thing like that specifically.
So you can sense that the magic permeating the area definitely has stuff to do with what's going on with the zombies, but if you want to focus on it and try to like see more, if you can find out what it is, you can roll another supernatural lore check. Let me see one thing really quick on your sheet before you roll. You can take the +2 for your cosmic sensitivity. Okay. There seems to be, as you're kind of, you close your eyes a little bit, maybe because you've just been clawed and it's hurt still, but you begin to focus, and the magic around this area seems very hyper-focused on the dead, the undead specifically, and everything in the area as you're tapping into this arcane channel that's in this vicinity. It's not so much like it's a ley line, but it's similar and it's focused on one area of magic. And like the dead bodies that are around you, you begin to sense that it's tugging away at the farmhouse where you get the feeling that there's someone who's died inside there. It's like these magical tendrils are wanting to go and touch that body and animate them and turn anything that's died in this area back to life or unlife. The source of it is you're not certain what it is. You've never heard of a spell that could do something like this. You know of spells that can control things, and so theoretically you could try to do a spell to control a dead body, or to maybe you've never tried animating something, but you could. You know of necromancy, but something around this area, there's some magic that's been practiced to cause this. The source of it you don't know where or why or exactly what it is, but it's definitely some sort of necromantic spell.
Suspicious. But besides that, yeah, that'd be all that I'd be doing right now.
Does Morthos look like they're like on the damage-o-meter? Do they look like they're still like needing a little bit of help?
No, it's all cosmetic. It's all flavor. You've healed them to full.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the plan? Is Jess gonna shoot the rocket, or is?
Jess was gonna have get it set up, but I think the doc honestly is.
Yeah, whoever's got the highest gunnery, probably.
Yeah, I don't have a high gunnery specifically, actually.
I have 5.
I have the ability to scout out this building and see. Oh, look, there's a tree over here. I think. Is that a tree? It looks like there's a tree, Adrian.
Doc, what's your gunnery?
We climb a tree, like get on the roof type of thing?
You can climb a tree.
Cool.
Oh yeah, so gunnery is different from marksman. That's the heavy weapon stuff. Okay.
And I will be right back.
While they're working on blowing up the people by the door, I would probably be sniping off like the people who are getting nearby, like, this guy. If anyone is coming our direction over here, I would be taking those guys out.
Okay.
Because I think that would be a better use of my time, would be taking out people in the background while people who are doing gunnery would work on said gunnery.
Well, if
And I would not out of the car. I would be. Well.
So I guess what we'll do, just because it's getting to the point I've got to go, so we're gonna have to call it here, and I guess we'll just say that the van with everybody in it, unless Edward wants to provide distant fire support, but if you want to just have the party all be in the same vicinity, well, I'll need to know.
Me and Jess were both doing that, but yeah.
But I mean, do you want to be like far away on the map, or like up in the same area?
No, I think back here would be a good place.
Okay.
To not draw much and still be in range.
So we'll pause here, and then I will need to know how you plan to reach into the farmhouse, and we will pick up with episode 9 hopefully next week. So for this session, I am excited to go over the experience, because I think I've never seen something that was more dangerous. So participation point, danger point, I'll give the role-playing point, and I don't know about success or wisdom, because you're not so much finished. So
can you give Morthos a cool point for like being practically dead there?
I'll give him 2 danger points, so Morthos take 1 more experience.
He deserves it.
So it's 4?
No, 3 for everyone, 4 for Morth. Oh wait, no, you died too. I'll give 1 to Amber too, and then I'll give 1 to Sarah for going down, because it was very, very dangerous. Nobody else, I think, got low, except for an NPC who's not.
Me and Jess would have been in trouble if that rocket would have gone off, but we were lucky.
That was one of those things I was looking forward to. But you foiled my evil plans, so good job.
Yep.
I say we give all the big booms to the doc, man. I say we let the doc go ham.
Well, there's a big load of zombies, so they gotta
Yeah.
be dealt with or avoided.
What's Doc's gunnery again?
A lot, I'm sure.
Not really. It's only 5.
Okay, so yeah, we both have 5 then.
I still think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, my only thought is I'm spying the doc's style points, and I'm like, give it to the doc and let him go big boom.
Oh, do you want to try to do it before we end? Well, you've got 4 style points.
I mean, if that's what we want to do, I don't mind launching a couple of RPG rounds.
Well, I think we only have one.
There's 2 left. There's 2
I
RPG
think, yeah.
left. He had 1 loaded in the kit of 3 reloads. He used 2 of them. 1 on the truck
So
and
there's
1 when he
2?
died. So there's 2
But that's
RPGs
different
left.
from from Constance, though. We do have Constance.
How many
Right?
How many L is an RPG 7?
What was that?
How many L is an RPG 7?
An RPG 7 is 12L, and it ignores armor.
Okay. Pew. Bow. So that would be.
Isn't Constance the doc's grenade launcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The small 40
Okay.
millimeter.
I was gonna say.
That's my sidearm.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way you guys were talking about it, you were saying, "Oh, we got to set it up like it was the mortar," but we don't have that on us.
Yeah, the RPG you just load the rocket and point towards the enemy.
And that's what I was saying with Constance. Amber does have that quick load that you just pop it open, shove the shell in, close it.
I will throw. Why not? 4 into this.
Yeah.
So. Let's see here. Double check things real quick. Understanding where the blast radius and stuff would be, would I get a synergy from demolitions?
I was waiting for you to ask me that. I wasn't going to bring it up, but yes, you do get synergy from demolitions if you're eyeing strategically the best impact point to deal the most amount of damage.
Okay.
I shouldn't help you. You don't.
Oh,
Probably like.
I think it's already happened.
What? Yes.
Oh wow.
And so the doctor doesn't even aim. He just like loads as soon as he shoulders it. He just lifts it. Boom. The blast
Just kind of
radius-
looks at it and is like, "Yep, I know about where to put this."
Basically, all of these zombies are exploded, and that
Look. You made a path.
is a path. Do you want to do any more? I've got to go in like a couple minutes.
Do it.
No, it's fine. We can like resume later. I don't need to like, unless you insist.
If you want to
Check
take
out those ones.
If you want to take a second shot, you can. Otherwise, the RPG just goes off, vaporizes, and destroys a whole bunch of the zombies that are all kind of clobbered up next to it. In the aftermath, you do see also that the explosion has broken the door, and now there's an opening.
I think the doc at that point would be like, Tori, like, Tokyo drift this van up to that hole so that we can open the side doors and get in.
Tori has been waiting for that.
All right. Tori doesn't have any more style points, but he can roll.
Amber would hop in beforehand.
Oh yeah, I think you're in my radius of moving tokens. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
I'm like
the
not in the car, but I'm in the car.
Oh, if you're in the car too, they'll just pop you there.
Um,
Roll a drive for Tori, and then we are going to stop.
And for next session, I would just like it to be said that I would like Graves to try and be first through the breach, because if there are people inside, he has to deal with them. He has to help them.
Okay. So, Tori has orders from the doctor. He drives up, but at the last second, swerves this way, and then Tokyo drifts the truck.
it's hard to do the tokens
Smush.
like how you want it.
But yeah, it like jostles everything, and he actually like slams the van hard against the farmhouse wall, squishing quite a lot of stuff. Sorry, rough landing. And then I think the door
Jess is in the car too? I thought she was out killing things.
Oh, well, I said that because I thought he was moving me with the car, but I don't know if it was or not.
I put you in the car because I thought you said you jumped in the car. If that's wrong, my mistake. Are you outside still?
I thought I was in the tree, but you know.
Okay, I grabbed you because I thought you said you were in the car. My mistake.
I think I was zoomed out, and there was a token that was moving, and I thought it was mine, and I think it might have been Amber.
Yeah, because we have the same outfit.
I'm putting you down over here.
Oh, are we looking the same?
Yeah, if you.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. That was it. That's probably it.
So the van slams up against the farmhouse, squishing some of the leftover zombies. The sliding door of the van opens and Graves jumps out. And as you are beginning to book it in towards the opening before the rest of the crawlers can start climbing in, Graves, you jump through the door, and we are pausing there. So we will see everybody next week. 3 experience. I will give 1 experience to extra bonus for dying to Morthos, and then Amber went down, and the follower
Sarah went down.
So you all 3 get a little extra bonus. That's it for the recording. We'll see you all next time. Have a good night.